grocery store, vacuumed, working on laundry, ate breakfast, all before noon.
Looks like we're live.
Not yet.
Huh?
No?
Quite yet.
Just turn on.
You are live.
Oh, so, yeah, we are live.
Are we live?
Yay.
I think so.
I think we are.
Oh, I
It looks like it's set to public.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It says I'm showing live on YouTube right now.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Let me turn down the volume on this. It says I'm showing live on. It says I'm showing live on. Yeah, I can still hear you. Oh. Yeah, I hear you. Hi. Everybody, I'm Nick. I'm from That's One Gaming. Been gaming with Brian for, 10 years now, bro? Ish. Known Sam here for, I don't know, not as long as Brian, probably 4, yeah, something like that. Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't go that far. You've calmed down quite a bit, so it's not too terrible. I understand old age, trust me.
Can you hear us now?
Chat, can you hear us now?
But, anyways. Let's see. Technical difficulties. Alright, my friend. Okay. Yes.
Alright, good.
Yeah.
Cool. They can hear us now.
Yeah, everybody can hear us.
Perfect.
So tell us about the channel, Nick.
So my channel is primarily a gaming channel, mostly about 99.99% PS4 gameplay, different types of games. We've done GTA 5, we've done a little bit of Red Dead, a lot of Farm Simulator, 17 and 19 with one of my guys that I work with, Mad US123. And then just recently, we've gotten involved with doing Overcooked 2 on the channel with Brian and Sam. It's been a lot of fun. The channel name's called That's One. It's when I started this channel, I guess it was in 2011, according to what YouTube's telling me. I was playing with a group of guys, and we were playing GTA 5, and we were going through the heist missions. Anyway, it became a common trend that whenever one of us would fail, we'd start counting them. So it'd be, that's 1, that's 2, and so on and so forth. So I just translated that into a title for the channel just to have something up so we could post some of the crazy antics that we were getting into and the hilarity that ensued. And that's kind of where I've been ever since.
Nice.
So what games are you looking forward to now? I mean, I know you've been playing Farm Simulator and Overcooked and Red Dead. Is there anything you're looking forward to coming out now?
I'd love to say that I was looking forward to something. For me, right now, console-wise, I haven't seen anything that is really making me go, yes, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to play. I don't want to say I'm growing frustrated with the game climate currently, but I kind of am. It's a lot of stuff where it's just rehashes and, following the trends and not giving us anything, new intellectual IPs built on, maybe combining different ideas to give us something fresh, something new, or a new take on something. I mean, how many times can we see Call of Duty rehashed in the same way with just a little bit of tweak here or there, or a new Battle Royale game? I get it. Battle Royale is popular. People like Fortnite. People like PUBG. There's a new one that just released this week. I can't remember the name of it.
Anthem?
But it's no, not Anthem. Anthem's something different. That was out on demo, and even that, just the little bit of the demo that I did play, I wasn't intrigued. Like, nothing grabbed me and said, yes, I want to play this. Nothing like, getting me real excited. Hopefully there's more coming out in the future that I can get behind. But right now, currently, there's not a lot that I'm super excited for. I don't know how you guys feel or what you're seeing or thinking, but...
I mean, I am excited for hopefully if Rockstar can get their stuff together and we can expand upon what we already have for Red Dead, because, we know what GTA was. We all played that for 5-6 years, and it was constantly new stuff and new things and this and that. If they can go down that same path with Red Dead, I mean, I can see that taking up a lot of our time again. But other than that, like you said, new things, new releases coming, there's nothing I'm like, ooh.
Okay. There's one. I'm skeptical and I want to wait for it to come out for a couple of weeks. Division 2. And the only reason why is they fixed Division 1 and they got all the bugs out of it, and now they're coming out with the second one. And supposedly, it's supposed to have all the great stuff about the first one and not the bad stuff. So I'm going to kind of wait and see. Because I'm really...
I agree.
I don't know how much I really trust them.
Yeah, I don't know.
I agree with that totally. I mean, I enjoyed some things in the Division 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Division 2 coming out intrigues me, but it's not something where I'm like, oh yeah, I want to rush out and get that. Like, the Division 1 I felt hyped for because it was kind of something similar but different to what we played in the past.
It was a looter shooter with it was a little different. But what I'm looking forward to is that they took time to make it. It wasn't a every year release. I remember when Battlefield didn't release every year. I kind of liked that it was every 2 or 3 years.
Right.
And now it's every year.
I mean, look at Rockstar. Look at how long between GTA and Red Dead. And then the story for Red Dead was phenomenal.
Oh, the story for Red Dead was great.
She's like, what the hell is happening?
She didn't have school today, so...
Yeah, that was my youngest kid.
Alex said earlier, he's like, it's not Friday, right? It's Thursday. Yeah, guys, we know it's Thursday. It says featured Friday because that's one was originally our first featured Friday, one of our first featured Friday channels. So we wanted the opportunity to get on with him and do a little Q&A so you guys could get to know him, know a little bit more about our channel. We kind of want to expand our featured Friday into not only showcasing their channels, but then showcasing the people themselves and kind of bringing them on and getting them introduced to y'all in a more kind of conversational setting, I guess. And then, Alex, you were totally right. We do need a good VR game at some point because it is the future. It is definitely kind of moving into that VR space. You can see, they keep making them more accessible and more affordable and easier to use. So I definitely think that that's the way of the future. It's just, I feel like the things I've seen so far, none of the titles are I'm going to play this for hours on end. You're going to play it for 30 minutes at a party with your friends, and then you'll forget about it,
I think the sticky wicket with VR is not everybody can handle it. Not everybody can do that kind of motion on a screen. Yeah. And prolonged amounts of time in VR can really have hazardous effects to the body and, as far as sickness and whatnot, just because your sensory perception is so thrown off being able to visualize all of it in 3D, but your body's not feeling what's happening,
right?
Which causes can cause big issues for some people. And I think they are broadening it and making it more accessible, but it's still hard to find the vast majority because not the vast majority are able to handle VR well.
Right.
Yeah, we know a lot of people, they get motion sick by just riding a roller coaster. I couldn't imagine them trying to put this headset on and, they'd throw up.
Well, remember speaking of roller coasters, they did the VR headsets for the thing at SeaWorld.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Kraken.
On the Kraken. On the roller coaster, you put
had
a VR headset
on while you were on the roller coaster.
Yeah. You want to talk about trippy, like that didn't last long. It did not
I
last
think it lasted like a month. And
that sounds like instant vomit-inducing procedures.
I couldn't see it. We didn't go on it, so no. But I tell you what, they wasted a whole lot of money on those VR headsets because they had like 12 per car, but only one car had the VR on it, and they had like 2 or 3.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it was kind of an R&D kind of thing.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
And you've got to do that, you know.
Yeah, health aspects are an issue with VR. Yeah, like I said, it's all. I mean, that's also the way of everything that you do that's untested. Like you got to figure out long term if it's a sustainable model or not. Like I said, I think VR is cool. I think that there are some great applications for it. I just don't see I couldn't imagine playing like Kingdom Hearts or something in VR like for hours. You know, like that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do that.
No, I agree with you.
Like a boxing game for like 20 minutes. You know, whatever WWE like. Yeah, okay, cool, done, over with.
I see a lot of people breaking stuff.
Yeah.
Trying
to body slam.
I mean, they had the Wii controllers, and people were like throwing them on accident, so they had to put the leashes on them. Then they had to like put reinforced leashes, and
still one of my favorite things to do ever. Speaking of like quick 20-minute things, 100 pin bowling on Wii Sports. Absolutely hilarious. So much fun.
I missed that one. It was 100 pins?
Yeah, you had like 100 pins. Like your whole little set, like instead of being a normal set, it was 100 of them.
That's a lot of pins.
It is a lot of pins.
I missed that one. My nephews had the Wii Sports, and they had like the hockey stick that you put the controller in, and the wheel, and the golf club, and all that stuff. And I was like, all right, cool.
The new hotness right now, which everybody at my work, I have a tap on the younger generation because I work with a bunch of nothing but 20-somethings, and even the older ones. It's all about whatchamadoodle, Super Smash.
Smash Brothers
right now. Smash. Everybody smash.
Good for them. Yeah. Proud of them.
Yeah.
I got out of Nintendo when I got old enough to know what video games really were, and I got a PlayStation.
Yeah.
I never got an Xbox. I thought about buying an Xbox One recently, and then I thought against it because it's more money than I really want to spend. So
my problem is everybody I know is on PlayStation. Why am I going to go through the trouble of switching?
Yeah.
Like, not to mention, give me a first party game on Xbox that you have to have. Any. Just give me besides
Xbox
Gears.
Exclusive? None. 0. I can't.
Give me Halo. Besides Gears, Halo, and Horizon. What do you have? First party.
Nothing that I can think of.
No.
Nothing.
No nothing that jump to mind.
Nothing that makes me go, I need this system to play this game.
No.
Whereas PlayStation, they have a little bit more exclusives. I like playing baseball, so I love my baseball games. So
you got baseball. You've got Horizon Zero Dawn was an outstanding exclusive game. Yep. God of War was absolutely beautiful and stunning. Besides that, they're both on both platforms. Yeah, we can't necessarily play online with each other, but you can still play the game. You can still get the experience. Why am I gonna pay hundreds of dollars for a system where I can only play or get 3 games exclusive?
Right.
Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah, no, I am pro PS4. We thought about it for a while because we do have a lot of friends that do both. Frozen cam.
Did we lose Nick?
Reconnecting. Sega Master System. Ooh, Genesis. I was a Genesis girl.
Oh, I had a Sega Genesis too when I was a kid.
I was a Sega Genesis girl.
I remember begging my parents for a Sega CD.
Nope. All right, guys, we're coming back. We're getting there.
Sorry.
Nope.
Sorry, I broke it.
You broke it.
I pushed buttons on my phone.
Hey, Jacob Luna. So we'll get him back. It'll just take a second.
My bad.
No, you're good. You good? It
Why can't we
happens
see him?
because he hasn't pressed the little thingy to let us see him.
Oh yeah, the camera. I got to do that. Oh, that's the wrong thing to press. I'm pressing the wrong screens.
And
There we go. That's
there
your.
we go.
There we go.
And then we do that, and then
All
we're
right,
back.
now we're back. All right.
Guys,
Now-
look, I'm figuring out this OBS stuff, y'all.
I know,
Like, you
this is-
see this?
I
Like,
know this is our first live stream.
with the dual screens and the little thing, and we got our little YouTube counter up in the corner to tell us how many people we're watching, and our little jar in the corner. Yeah,
We're getting fancy.
we fancy, y'all.
All right. So anyway, So did you have a Sega Genesis as a kid, like I did?
Oh yeah. I started with my very first game system I played was a ColecoVision with the Atari 2600 attachment. My favorite game on that was I am old. My game on that was Pole Position. It was a race game, and then you'd pull the car into the pits, and then you'd have to get out. No, it was pit stop. You get out, and there'd be little stick figures, and you could change the tires on the cars and fill up the gas tank, and then put it back on the road. Anyway, from there, I got a Commodore 64. Was my second gaming system. It was like a computer. Or it was a computer. It was a very early computer, but it had a lot of games that you'd get on floppy disk. You know, those 3.5-inch black squares with the circle in the middle.
That like paper?
You know what those are? Yeah,
Yeah.
It felt like paper. Yeah, I'm sure all you kids don't really know what that is. There might be a few out there that do. But yeah, those were my first systems. And then I moved into a Nintendo. From a Nintendo, I went to a Genesis. From a Genesis, I went to an N64. And the only reason I went to N64 was because of NWO WCW Revenge.
Yes. One of the
And
best
from-
wrestling games ever made, by the way.
And from Revenge, No Mercy came out when WCW folded. WWE picked up the license. Back then, it was the WWF because they hadn't been sued yet.
Yep.
By the World Wildlife Federation.
Somebody gave me a credit card with the panda on it with the WWF thing in the corner, and I was like,
Oh, that's funny. It's so funny that Vince McMahon got taken out by the panda. So,
It is, but whatever. But yeah, then from the 64, I went to PlayStation 2, 3, and then PS4.
yeah.
So
Jacob,
I missed a couple systems here and there, but
Yeah. Hi, Funko Preacher, for starters. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. I had a Dreamcast, by the way.
So, here's the thing about Dreamcast. So, as a kid, we had the Dreamcast and the N64. My cousin had them, but we had the full in-store displays. So, like, with the TVs built in and, like, the bubble things. My uncle used to work at, what is the name of the store? I don't know. It was some department store that, like, went under. And when
Zayres?
no, I don't know. It started with an M, I think. It was like, whatever. I don't remember the name of it.
It was a
but-
California store, wasn't it?
yeah, it was probably a California-based department store. It was like Sears, because he went to Sears afterwards and worked in the automotive department. But when they went under, they went and sold, like, all of the stuff that was on display, like all the shelves and everything. So he bought the game system. So, like, it had, like, the bubble. You took the thing out. Like, the TVs were built into it. It had the big light ups on the top. It was so cool.
Where's that stuff now?
I don't know. I don't know if Jessica still has it.
Oh, if she still has it. We need to get up on that.
But yeah, no.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be really cool to have.
I remember playing lots of Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64.
I think my favorite game that I played back in the day, I'll say back in the day, I was probably in high school, Crazy Taxi on Sega Dreamcast.
Funko Preacher, you got it. Montgomery Wards. That's it, exactly. Good job. Thanks. I'm glad my clues led you there. Like, yes, Montgomery Wards. My uncle used to work for them back in the day. And then when they went under, he bought all the game systems and had these really... We didn't play a lot of the Dreamcast. It was really all about the N64 for us. Like, that was it.
I like Mario Kart.
I mean, Mario Kart, obviously.
who doesn't like Mario Kart?
I mean, that's the only reason why I think I would get a Switch is to play Mario Kart and just play Splatoon, and that's it.
I mean, I'd play Smash. I like Smash Brothers.
I don't even know what Smash Brothers is. What is it?
It's a fighting game, but you're like Nintendo characters. You're like Pokemon and Link and like Bowser and Mario
Yeah.
and everybody. Like, so it's a fighting game.
So in other words, it's a game you're just going to smash buttons on and hope you win.
Yeah! Button smash. Smash, smash, smash.
That's why it's called Smash.
You don't know what you're doing, and you just
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. That's how I play that game. That's why I hate it, because that's how I play fighting games, and I'm terrible at fighting games.
I was actually really good at Mortal Kombat on Sega Genesis. The first one with all the blood. Oh yeah, I definitely got that one, and I was pretty good at it. And then we went to the arcade. We went to what was the name of the place here?
Player One.
Player One. They have a vintage arcade place here. You pay $5 to get in, and all the games are free.
Mm.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I sucked at it now. I was like, oh my god, I can't remember how to do anything.
Yeah. But it's a really cool bar, actually. They do, like, only craft beers. And it's, like I said, all vintage stuff. You can actually rent game systems as well if you want to play, like, more modern stuff. So you can rent, like, a PS4, or you can rent an Xbox One. And they have TV set up, and you can go, like, play with your friends and do whatever. And then they have TVs above the bar where they have, like, the Switches, and you can play Smash or Mario Kart or whatever. It's a really cool little place. We should definitely go back there.
Yeah, I got to play the Simpsons arcade game.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
The Simpsons arcade game. They had Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah, Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
Turtles and Turtles. Yeah, they did.
So cool. So cool.
I remember riding my bike down the Pizza Hut. It was about 2 miles away from my parents' house just to play The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And blowing like $5 in quarters on it. Great.
My buddies and I would go to the mall just up the road from where we lived, and WrestleFest. WWF WrestleFest was the big game that we played.
Yes,
where the Road Warriors were like the title characters, and
had
Hogan and I think Earthquake, and that was our game.
I remember that game. Yes, I remember that game.
Hey DK, what's going on?
And of course, Street Fighter was a big thing for me, so I love Street Fighter.
Oh, and then we played NBA Jams or whatever.
Oh, yes,
and
NBA Jams.
Sucked. I don't even know. I'm like, I don't know who I'm passing to. I don't know who I'm playing. I have no idea what's going on. I can't even keep up with this.
There's only 4 people on the court.
I can't. I couldn't do it. I would press pass when I meant to shoot, and shoot when I meant to pass, and all kind. Oh my God.
I beat it by 40.
It's very bad. Very bad.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, no, it was fun. It was a good time to play all the stuff. Arcade of the Future.
What's the Arcade of the Future? Non-existent.
Right.
I mean, nowadays home consoles are becoming so powerful that I really think, like, you'll have your vintage arcade game places, but I don't think you'll ever see, like, new video game chests come out.
No, you're not going to see new boxes unless they figure out a way to capture the console system in an arcade box. Obviously and that's even not gonna. Nobody wants to feed quarters into a machine when you can sit on your couch and drink your beer and play it from there.
There is an arcade chest. There's only a few of them because I think they got to make them for you. Xavier Woods, I believe, has one. He was talking about it. It's a video game chest. It's got the joysticks and everything. It's got 500 games in it.
Yeah, but those are all like vintage style games though too. Like you're not talking about like you're not playing Call of Duty on a like arcade type. And the thing is I think what really
I don't think there's any capable process of doing that.
Right. And I think that kind of what ruined arcades was the ability to play online, because you went to arcades so that you could play with your friends. Like that's why you went to the arcade and not just played your normal Nintendo at home. You went to the arcade so that you could be social. And then with online, now you have the ability to be social without ever having to leave your couch. Because that's the way the world is moving, is you will never have to leave your home soon. Like, Uber Eats, Walmart grocery delivery,
Amazon
Prime, Amazon Now. Like, I'm gonna just...
Publix home delivery.
I just need to find a job where I can work from home, and I'm never gonna leave. I'm just gonna stay here forever with the dogs.
Oh, good. That means we can move up north then, so if you don't have to leave the house.
I told you, if you find me a job where I can make like $50,000 working from home, we can move wherever you want to work. Or move wherever you want.
So in other words, we are moving to the world of Wall-E.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
where we just cruise around in chairs all day long and don't pay attention to anything except what's glued to our face.
Probably. I feel that this is the way that it's going. I'm not necessarily on board with it. I'm not a fan of it. But, I mean, yeah, renting system times in a public place, Alex. That's, like I said, that's what this place Player One does as well.
Yeah.
That's what Alex is leaning towards on the arcade of the future is.
Yeah, you rent the PS4 for a couple of hours, and you get they have it where it's like 2 leather recline chairs in front of probably like a 42-inch television, I want to say. So they're set up side by side. So it's a 42-inch TV, a 42-inch TV, a 42-inch TV, and then 2 chairs in front of each one, and you can just play right there, which is cool because, craft beer, hang out with your friends, socialize with other people, see other people, but...
So it doesn't make you seem like such a shut-in, but you really are. Because you're putting the headset on, and you're playing, but you're just in a public place now.
Right, yeah. And just have people staring at me while I do it now.
I don't know. As much as animated as I get, and as much as I talk, I think it'd be weird.
Could be, but it could be, if done right, it can be a good experience where, you can get out of your house, you can get in front of other people, you can possibly meet new people because they're doing something that you're interested in.
Right.
And, you're in this public venue place type area, drinking a beer, having some food, whatever.
Right.
And you encounter something that maybe you wouldn't have tried, but because somebody else is, you'll sit down and watch it. Same thing with like YouTube. I come across games that I would never think to try, but because I see it suggested on YouTube, I'm like, let me check this out. And some of them, catch my eye, and I end up going, I'll watch this, but I would never play this. And some I'm like, hey, I'll play this.
Yeah. What did you think about, I can't remember what it was called, the social space that PlayStation tried to make, where you made your little character, you walked around.
What a failed experiment that was. Yeah.
Playroom or something?
What was that called? I can't even remember what it was called now.
I don't remember either.
But you know what I'm talking about. You made your little avatar, and you walked around the world, and you interacted with other people.
Yep, it had like its own arcade.
Yeah.
Inside of the world, you could get your own like clubhouse where you and your friends could meet up. I just can't think of what the name is.
That's kind of like an expansion. We did that for a little while. They kind of started that because when you started on the Wii, you had to make a person, like you had to make your little character, and then they had the thing where the little characters could like run around and do whatever and blah 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 blah. But like that was kind of an expansion on that, and it just did not absolutely work at all.
I'm trying to see what it was called, but
I'm searching right now too.
Yeah, I don't remember.
PlayStation Home.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Hi, Tats. Welcome in. We're just kind of
that was I didn't get. I mean, I got the premise of it, but I mean, honestly, it was all people that we already knew going around and just trolling people. That's all we did.
Right.
So I mean,
it didn't have. It was like. It was a grand scale idea of something that just couldn't be carried out on the technology that was there. Right. Like the idea was you could meet up, you could go to a clubhouse or whatever, you could start a game, it would launch the same game on everybody's console at the same time. So you guys were already linked up, already grouped up, already in a party, but they solved all that without the need for a virtual world to wander around in and just put the party chat in. What a concept.
I think that, what was the movie? The movie was called Gamer, I believe it was, where the kid took control of the guy and then basically you fought till the end. I don't know. Michael C. Hall was in it, and the guy from 300 was in it. Yeah, it was Gamer. I think it was. Death Row Inmates.
Oh, yeah. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, how they had that little social club going on. That was, that's kind of how... I hope to God the world doesn't go that way.
No, that doesn't sound.
That's a little weird.
That's a little too far out there. The Sega making a new console in 2020?
I don't think so.
I don't think they will.
And the only reason why I don't think they will is because other companies own their rights to their games.
Right.
So they wouldn't be able to make any games, like any exclusives to themselves. So I don't think that's going to happen.
Because Sega doesn't. Do you remember who bought Sega? Sega didn't sell their name.
No, they sell the rights to their games,
IP.
their IPs.
Henceforth, why we can see other characters from that were Sega characters, like Sonic, and with Mario and whatnot, which we couldn't see before, but we can now because Sega got rid of the license, sold off the license.
About the dogs.
This is Reggie.
This is Bailey. I had to go get a granola bar because this is like wake up time for me. Brian's like at 10 o'clock. He's like, "You ready to do this?" I'm like, "Ready to do this? I'm not even awake, yo."
All right, Alex, take it easy.
Yeah, like, I mean, my schedule's all cray bananas.
All right, so
Dog party indeed. That my life is a dog party. My whole life. So this is Bailey. Bailey is named after one of our favorite female wrestlers, Bailey.
Bailey.
But yeah, so that's how she got her name. Her brother chose it. We when we got her, we put like 5 names on tennis balls because we couldn't decide, and then we threw them, and whichever one her brother went and picked up first was her name.
Yeah, that's one I brought back. Bailey.
So she's Bailey.
It's fair enough. I like that. That's a good idea.
Oh, and Larry tried to name their dog Bailey, but the kids wouldn't go for it. What did you end up naming the dog? If it's not Bailey. See, my problem is that I have Reggie and Peyton, which are like pre-Brian. Peyton I got when Brian and I first started dating. But I was trying to build the 2009 Saints Super Bowl team, and Bailey doesn't really fit with that. I was trying to find a Saints name. And today is the anniversary, by the way, 9 years ago today. Saints won their first NFL championship, just letting her know. Her name is Pretty.
It's also my mom's birthday.
It is Brian's mom's birthday, so...
The Saints won on her birthday. And she cried.
I would cry too.
And then got drunk.
Even better.
Right.
So it was good.
Happy birthday, Mom. Indeed.
Yes, my mom. I'm not gonna tell you guys how old she is. All I can say is I'm 37, about to be 38, and I'm the youngest of 5. So
yep.
Do the math.
True statement.
Mathing is hard. I'm not good at math.
I'm not good at math either.
I'm Asian. I'm good at math.
So I always have, speaking of parents' ages and
what are you doing, Reggie?
And math, I always get people with my famous word problem is that my dad was a year older than my grandmother. And people like flip out. I remember as a kid, like nobody understood it. My dad was a year older than my mom's mom. So...
Nick's wheels are turning like, holy shit.
Yeah, my dad...
Well, I see, you explained it, and now I understand it.
Yeah, my dad was 22 years older than my mother. So my dad was 1 year old when my grandmother was born. But as a kid, like, everybody's like, that's impossible. Your dad can't be older than your grandma. I'm like, yes, he can.
He just got game.
Right?
Mad game.
Puppy.
Yes, Reggie.
You like being on the YouTubes?
So.
Yes. Bailey looks super enthused.
Yeah, she's like, Mom.
No, she's like, I want to go back in my bed now, and you took me out of it. So I think that's all. I think that's all we got today.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I mean, I'm looking at the clock here. I mean, man, we've been rapping for about an hour now. So, well, no.
I would like to say thank you to you guys and all of your subscribers that have come over and taken a look at the channel, and some of them have subscribed, some of them haven't, and it is what it is, but I appreciate the support, guys. I appreciate you guys coming over there, taking the time to take a look at it. We all have time pulled in different directions every day of our lives, and a lot of us spend it, trying to relax and watch interesting things on YouTube, because there's so much stuff on YouTube that it's insane. There's something for everybody. And for you guys to take time out of your day and out of the normal stuff that you do, just to swing by the channel and take a peek, it's really special to me. And I thank you guys very much. And I thank you for your support, Brian and Sam. It's awesome to have that extra support. I appreciate it a lot.
Always.
Not a problem, man. That's why we had you on today. I wanted to, sit down and rap with you for a little while.
Yeah, like I said, when we first started, we got a lot of support and a lot of shout-outs from people in the beginning, and we're finally getting to the point, 300. It's not a ton, but it's something. We have a little bit of an audience, and it's like, well, now that we have a little bit of an audience and people kind of know us and trust what we say and kind of, know that we're honest. We don't try to BS people. Let's go ahead and use that platform and our honesty to be like, hey, we actually like this person. Maybe you should go check them out. Maybe you'll like them too. So, absolutely, guys. Oh, look at Jacob Luna. Wait.
Yeah, speaking of Funko Preacher in the chat, he was the first one to give us a shout out.
Yep.
And really put our name out there and really helped us out. So, yeah, I'd like to thank him right now. So
I can drop his link to subscribe. It is in the description, but I already got it up. Look at me. I am on my stuff, y'all. Where did it go?
I will also say this is the first time that I've ever had my face on camera as well. So
that's a true statement. This guy.
I don't. My gameplays are mostly all just screen caps of the game that I'm playing because I can record it right off the PS4, and I don't have the fancy camera because I wouldn't use it for anything else except for maybe broadcasting my face while I play. But, I got an ugly mug anyway, so it's not much to look at.
I know Sam and I are going to work on getting a capture card to where we can use the same camera we're using right now and, video us playing and whatnot and have her screen and my screen side by side at the same time. So hopefully that comes through. I mean, so capture cards are...
Watch me shoot rocks. That's what I'm good at.
Instead of a capture card, if you're looking to get in like an Elgato or anything where you don't need a card, you can just feed it right through the Elgato.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, kind of like that. But then feed it through the computer so that you can run it through OBS. You can do split screens and all that kind of stuff. That kind of deal. Yeah. But I actually have a friend at work who's looking to start his Twitch channel today. So I'm pretty excited for him. I sent him OBS, and I told him if he has any questions to let me know.
YouTube's really difficult to start a gaming channel on because everybody just goes to Twitch for it.
Yeah, it is. It's real difficult to put stuff up. And you know what? Honestly, I think there's a point in time where you have to look at YouTube as not a revenue generator for you so much as I just want to put stuff on here that I find interesting and I think is fun. And I want to shoot it because I want to, not because I have to or because people are expecting me to, but because I want to have fun with it and enjoy myself. And that's kind of where I've gone with, the games that I play. I pick what's interesting to me, not what the popular trend is for a game.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have friends here that we met at Disney Springs. They run a Twitch channel. And they religiously go by a schedule. It's a job. I mean, like every day they stream for 3, 4, 5 hours, I think, at a specific time every day. And I'm just like, I couldn't do that. When I want a game, I want a game. I don't care what the schedule is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it can definitely turn into a job. I know content creators, not personally, but that I followed that, they religiously follow the same thing and eventually they get burned out on what they're doing and they put up, they've got to put up a video explaining why they're not putting any videos up and it turns into a big chaotic mess,
I mean, that's even on YouTube, too. I mean, if a YouTuber has put out a lot of videos and then all of a sudden they stop.
I mean, we have people that we follow that we were like, what happened? Like, it was like every other day, and now it's nothing.
But the thing is, like, you hear through the grapevine, like, like Mstad's channel got shut down, so did his daughter's channel got shut down. Believe Nerdy Treasure, something happened, with his family and whatnot. So, yeah, that's why the content stops, And not only that, but I think also some people think that when you start to get monetized and make money, they think it's more than what it really is.
Yeah, I think, because we see a lot of people that hit that monetized thing, and then all of a sudden, everything stops. Like, they get, 2 weeks in, and they're like, oh my god, I made 75 cents.
Yep.
This is not worth what I thought it was going to be. Like, oh wow. Yeah, no, YouTube, like, to make money on YouTube it's very difficult. Like, if you're doing it to make money.
Yeah, they think they're going to be the next PewDiePie or what's the other big one? Where they made millions upon millions of dollars. Like, it's not going to happen now.
Yeah.
I mean, Admiral Funko, I believe she said, her monetization for 2 months was like $11. It wasn't even enough to buy a pop yet.
Yeah, with monetization, you've got to look at the other avenues of like super chat and whatnot, where people can donate and give,
right,
and get in that way.
And then that's why YouTube won't even allow you to withdraw anything until you hit $100. Like you're stuck. Like, all that money until you get $100, you can't take nothing out of this thing. Like, it's like, oh great, so I'm at $80 and I can't do nothing with it because YouTube won't let me have it.
I couldn't imagine sitting like $95.
You're like, just one person send me a $5 super chat. Please.
I would honestly donate $5 to myself at that point.
Go get on your personal channel and like be like, here's $5 so I can take this money out.
Yep, exactly. So we're looking forward to nothing other than hopefully Rockstar doing what they do. I mean, we all remember what GTA 5 was like when it first came out online.
Hot garbage.
It was a disaster for at least the first 2 or 3 months. But I think the thing that gets me is that they pushed back Red Dead Redemption back an entire year.
So why didn't you have this together?
You know what, though? I gotta believe, I trust Rockstar with the decisions they make and why they chose to push it back. And I'll tell you what, the single-player game, the whole story and the experience and the playthrough, if they had to push it back to make that as polished as it turned out to be,
it was great.
I can see why. It's obvious they put a lot of time and effort into the single-player story missions and telling a story from beginning to end. They didn't half-heartedly do it. They didn't give you a 4-hour campaign because they wanted to push the online so bad, or a 2-hour campaign because they wanted to push their online agenda. They stuck to their guns and they gave us a gorgeous single-player game with a well-crafted, well-told story that actually had heart and emotion in it. And I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed playing through it. And am I a little disappointed with the online? Yeah, a little bit. Just because they have such a good framework set up already with GTA 5 that why didn't we apply any of what we've learned from developing GTA 5 online, GTA Online, and put more of that into Red Dead Online?
Right.
Now, I know it's not apples to apples, it's not oranges to oranges, but the heist mechanic. Are you telling me that you couldn't put in a mechanic where at your camp you get in contact with somebody to set up a heist and then you've got to go out and steal some extra horses or steal a stagecoach or find high explosive dynamite or a Gatling gun or something that you have to attach to the wagon to make it able to go roll into Saint Denis and hit the large bank in Saint Denis.
Right. I mean, right now online you can't even sell a horse.
Right. Like why?
Right.
Why are some of these basic things not in the online portion?
Right.
You know,
like I said, I faith in Rockstar that they're coming because I know.
Well, I mean, the thing is, they're still pushing out content for GTA 5 right now. If you look, they still got content coming out for that game. And it's like,
yeah, I told one of my guys at work about that. I was like, yeah, no, they've pushed content for that thing for like over 5 years, and they're still doing it. And he's like, man, I'm so sad I sold my copy. Like,
I did.
How many times did we rebuy that game?
Once. I mean, it's all about the money. I mean, they make so much money on those shark cards. It's crazy.
Well, that was no good. I ripped my microphone out of my headset.
Yeah, I mean, I think they said they made. I think the game was $200 million to make for a GTA 5, but they made 10 times that back in shark cards.
And you know what? And that's the other thing. Their shark card formula. Yes, we are going to release new content. But we'll inflate the cost on this content because there's no reason that some of the cars they've released for GTA 5 should be like $2.5 million or $250 million, whatever it is, whatever insane amount it is. But at the same time, that allowed them to have people that said, ooh, I really want that, so I'll buy a shark card to get closer to it, or buy a shark card to get the total cost.
Or
but
you
with
could
the
grind.
shark card, right? Or you could turn around and you could grind it out. You could do the heists. You could do contact missions. You can look for their double money RP scenarios and make the extra money. You know, you didn't have to buy the shark card, but if you went out and bought the shark card, then you had it and you got it, and it wasn't. And you know, it's not like it's a pay-to-win model to me. It's a pay-to-get the enjoyment that you're looking for model.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, the fact that all of the content has been free, like, is amazing. Like, everybody else makes you pay for everything. They nickel and dime you. This update, and this expansion, and this thing. And then by the end, the game cost you $200 instead of the $60 that you normally paid for it. You know?
I'm going to bring that to, and I know Nick does. I don't know if Nick knew too much about it, about Destiny 2, where everything was a microtransaction. Everything cost bright dust that cost you real money. Everything, the new guns, the new gear, the new this, the new that, it cost you real money to get. And I'm like,
and you had to pay for the expansion.
Yeah, and I had to pay for. I had to buy a season pass. For three DLCs, which was what, $50, I think? $50 a year. Then at the end of the year, it's another $60 to buy the next expansion.
So now this game's cost me $260
I can't even.
$60 plus whatever I spent on Bright Dust. And
Destiny 1 probably ended up costing me almost $300 because I bought the special edition that came out with for the first year. Second year, third year were all $50-$60 per expansion. So,
but Destiny 1 was so good in the beginning.
Destiny 1 was broken in the beginning. I know Nick played Destiny 1 for a little while.
I did. I played it for a while. To say it was broken, I don't know that it was broken so much as it was something kind of different. Mm-hmm. Because it was battling itself with its two different elements of this online open world where, hey, let's get in a party and let's go attack this cave and get through this whole story. And then there was the PvP combat stuff. Mm-hmm. It almost felt that if they were going to separate them in such a manner, that they should separate them in such a manner where
they did that in 2.
You know, yeah, and
the second one they did.
But yeah, but forcing somebody to pay money to get further along is not a fair model to the gamer.
Right.
But as long as there's 13-year-old kids with mom's credit card who don't have any conceptualization of what spending this money actually means, they're going to keep doing it because they keep getting the money.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. I mean, before, I remember when Call of Duty it was $15. Remember that? Back in the day, Call of Duty for a map pack was $15.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You got 4 multiplayer maps and 1 zombie map. I think it was on World at War they started doing this. That was great. That was a great model. It was every, 4 months, it was another, $15. And they did 4 of them. So it was $60. Yeah, $60 total.
So, yeah, game cost you $120 total.
Right, but you got 12 maps total. 12 or 13. Actually, I think you got 13. You got a bonus map. And then you got a zombie map with every single one of those DLCs. Where now, playing Black Ops 4, you know the most popular maps in that game are?
Reskins of old
maps. Reskins from Black Ops 1 and 2. Because all the new ones suck.
No.
And there you run into, let's push out a new game every year because everybody's got to have a new game every year instead of taking the time to go back and redevelop what you've already developed to make it better. Let's just take what we got, slap some new skins on it, go back to old IPs, throw them in the game because people like classic stuff, and ship it out to market the next year.
Well, see, that's what's kind of disconcerting about that is that Treyarch had 3 years to make that game.
Yeah, because it's always a different developer. Right?
It's Treyarch, Sledgehammer, and why can't I think of the third? Infinity Ward. But I think they're gone now.
I'm pretty sure Activision dissolved Infinity Ward.
Yeah. So
after they bamboozled the guys that started Infinity Ward that gave us Call of Duty in the first place.
Yeah.
Sorry, salty. Don't like Activision. Don't like what they did to Infinity Ward or the two guys that were started it.
Speaking of Activision and Destiny, Bungie broke off from them and said, "Screw you guys, we're not doing this anymore." Because Activision was destroying Destiny 2, and they knew it because they wanted all these microtransactions and all this other stuff, and they couldn't do what they wanted to do. So Bungie said, "Bye."
Yeah, peace out.
Good.
Yeah, I think Activision is really into this whole microtransactions and like you said, they realize that they have this market with these kids that have these credit cards that are tied to these PSN accounts and tied to this, and they don't understand. They don't know. Like, they're just like, oh, if I just click the button, it shows up. I don't realize that mom had to work 4 hours to get that money that I just spent on nothing.
I got a classic example of that.
What?
Dustin, my nephew, on his Xbox Live account, my mother's credit card was tied to it, his grandma's card. He spent $320 in one night buying games and skins and
Fortnite and this stuff and that stuff.
No, it wasn't Fortnite. It was for one of the Call of Duty games. I mean,
Jesus.
Yikes. And my mom looked at her credit card statement at the end of the month and was like, "Wait a minute, where'd all this come from?" And he didn't realize that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
He just said, "I can keep doing this."
Right.
Yeah, but like my friend said that she bought her daughter like an Amazon Kindle or like whatever for Christmas, and her Amazon account is tied to it. So the kid like goes and the kid was trying to be good. She types in like free movies to download, but Amazon Kindle doesn't know that. But the kid thinks she typed in free so that they're all free. So she downloads like 75 movies, and here's like $400 in like Amazon charges, and she's like, "What the?" She's like, "But I told it to only do free ones," and it was like, "No, baby, those aren't free. Like, those cost money."
So here's a little tip for everyone: if you buy your kid something like that,
don't tie your credit card to it.
Don't tie a credit card to it. Do PlayStation cards or Xbox Live cards or Amazon gift cards.
Yeah, like
therefore they can't buy anything.
Yeah, like this is the amount you have to spend. When you spend it, it's gone.
Yeah.
Because that's how money works in the real world. When you spend it, it's gone.
Oh, no. My PSN is tied right to my PayPal. I'd hate for that to happen.
All right, guys. Well, I've got to get running.
Yep. No problem, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys having me on.
Oh, thanks
for coming on. Thank you to
you
and your subs for picking up and tuning into my channel. Appreciate the love and support, folks.
All right, guys.
Bye, y'all. Thank you guys for coming in.
You have a good day.
See you next time.
Have a good day.
Hit that intro.